here's Bitcoin. We've had our retracement down to about 27,000. So we're basically in buy the dip mode. I'm doing some buys on altcoins, which I'll show in a minute. And if we're wrong, I think Bitcoin at least bounced up to this level. But if you look back to here, we had a drop and it took off to new highs. We could have the same scenario where it takes off, follows this arrow, goes up to 32, maybe 34,000 before we get a big retrace down to 25,000 following this ascending trend line. So we could have a bounce from here, or it could come down to 25,000 now and then bounce from there. Those are our two scenarios. So we're buying altcoins now as we're getting a green candle here on the daily chart. If it does drop down to this next level, that's cool too, because we're gonna hedge and then buy down here and we'll make our money back on the initial loss with the hedge, and then also on the bounce back up and close out this buy, or keep it and let it come up to the next resistance zone. So the RSI is pretty oversold. We're getting a little bounce here. The stock RSI bottomed on the daily chart. So it looks like we're gonna get the bounce, and then I'll go over to the 60-day trend just to show you where we're at in the cycle. So we started here. This is the first day of the 60-day cycle. Here's the 30. This cycle is pretty accurate within a few days, so this could be the top on day 34, and we could be coming down, bleeding down to here to the 60-day, the end of the cycle, and then bounce off this trend line and head back up, and we can head way up here into the next trend and then have a real retracement the end of July. So there's a good chance this will be the trajectory of Bitcoin over the next few months, something along this, a few days before or after. There's a good chance of that. We are in bull mode for sure, since we broke out and got above the 200-day moving average right here, bounced off of it, and now we're going up. So some people are worried about sell in May and go away, which would be right about here. Here's May 1st, right here, just before the 60-day trend. I don't see that happening, but it's something to keep an eye on. It looks like we're going to get a summer altcoin season. So we'll probably get the altcoin season here, get a pump within these from say May. From now, we're going to get we're pretty close to the altcoins bottoming. And then we're going to get a pump for a couple months, and then we'll go into a fall winter Bitcoin run going into the halving. Okay, I'm going to go into the altcoins, the last week or so's altcoins, all the ones that have been closed out in profit, and the new trades that we've added on. So here's INJ we shorted. I closed it out around 8%. I just took that first drop, took that trade. So I made 8% off that one. Jasmine was another short. We made about 18% off of. We got Jasmine down to this support line. Now it's getting a little bounced. Here's our ETH trade where we made 9%. Shorted up here, sold right about here, making 9%. It looks like I'm going to watch it coming into this next support level, looking for a bounce. RNDR, another short trade, made about 10% down to this support level. And I'm actually in this trade, I'll show it to you later. I'm putting another short in. So ARB was a crazy trade. I'm stuck in a hedge up here, right here, and I'm managing my way out, basically waiting for a bounce up here to get out. I bought another short just in case it drops down to here, but basically I'm looking for this bounce up here, short it. Once I get back up here, I'll sell that hedge, short it, I'll be even, because I made a trade in here, another short right here, where I made about 7% from this green line down to the bottom of the support box. And now I'll just get another one out. I'll be even by the time it comes back up here, and then in profit when I short it again. There was Blur, did an 8% trade here, shorted here, down to this support level, 8%. Woo. So Woo I shorted here for 15%, right to about here. Took that trade. Now it looks like it's bouncing. So go back to ARB. So back on ARB, I'll explain how I trade and how I don't lose. This is a perfect example. This is a mess gone wrong, and you still can manage your way out of it and make a profit. So what happened was I made money off of the shorts. I had 3 shorts in here that I put in. Should just put 1, but I had 3. And I had a hedge. So it nailed my hedge and then dropped. I took profit on my shorts, put another short in here, made that profit. So I'm up about 20%. So by the time it bounces back up to here, I'm even selling this hedge, and then I can manage my way out of it. I'll sell everything, be back to even, and then I'll start here and I'll probably short it. But even if it goes wrong and it starts to go up, I'll put a hedge in here, I'll ride up to here, and then I'll short it at this resistance level. So I'll make money going up on the hedge, short it again, come to get down here, and then my initial short that I wanted to go down originally, I close it out at even. So that's even, and then these 2 bets are in profit. So that's how you make money even when you're wrong on the direction. And you can carry this on for 4 or 5 times of being wrong, 4 or 5 different support or resistance zones before you're even or at a small loss. So pretty much every trade you can manage your way out, and you can even, if you don't like how it's going, you could just do your hedge. Do your hedge and you're at, say, I don't know, even a 5% loss. You can wait until it gets to a super obvious point, like up here in resistance, and then short it. Or you could wait for it to drop down to massive support like here, where I've got the wait for here sign. So you'd only be down 5% going into this, and you're gonna get your big bounce up to the next resistance zone. Even if you just hit 8%, you'd be up 3% and win back your 5% loss. So we can basically pick and choose where you want to come into the trade, which gives us a huge advantage and puts you in the power position. I always look at it as you're basically in the button position when playing poker. And if you don't like what's going on, you could sit out until you get aces dealt to you sitting in the button, and come in and just all the advantage in your corner. And I'll show you some of the trades that I'm in right now. So I'm in that ARB trade that I showed, which is I'm playing, I want a short or a long. Okay, here's another trade I'm into Matic. So ultimately I think it's gonna bounce with Bitcoin. Matic's a super strong coin. Everybody buys it up and front runs it. But I also have a hedge if it comes down to here. Either way, I don't care. If it comes down to here, I'll cash in the hedge and I'll buy this lower support. It could easily do that too. And if it takes off up here, I'm gonna sell this resistance zone, short it back down to here, close these out. That's a new trade I'm in. Also open another long on AVAX. It's another strong coin. So open along here, got my hedge down here if it breaks down lower, and I'm gonna take profit right here at $19, giving me 11% profit. So I just bought this for a quick bounce. It's in this support zone. Just a quick bounce up to this level. Should be really easy to get. Give me an 8% bounce. My hedge is here. Oh, another strong one was Zilica. Look what this guy did. So everybody's crashing. Bitcoin, rest of the alts. He hit the resistance zone, came back, and got bought up quicker than any other coin I've seen today up to here. So I'm shorting it, but it is super strong. But look at this, it bounced right back up to where it was. So if it does get rejected and come back down, I'll make just under 10% profit. But if it does break through, I'm good with that too. I'm looking for something like this for a break of this resistance zone or retest, and that's where I'll long it. And the measured move is up to here, so you could at least hit this resistance line, which would give us 28% profit. So this is a coin to keep your eye on because it's so strong. Right when everybody's weak going down, it bounced back quicker than anyone else, trying to pop through this resistance zone again. So those are all the coins that I'm in right now, but I'm also watching to see which coins have big moves, either a big pump or a big pullback, and looking to get in those. I'm keeping my eyes on the big movers so we can make some quick gains either way. All right, that's it for now.